Hey folks, Dustin Howes here, spreading that good word about affiliate marketing. Today we're doing another software product review where I review B2B SaaS products that are helping businesses out there succeed. And my guest today is Jatin with Speedy Brand, and we're going to be going over some really cool SEO tool that he's got for us. Jatin, welcome. Thanks for joining me, man.
Thank you, Dustin, for sure. I'll share for helpful SEO technical techniques, technical tips that will help you in the long run.
Outstanding. And you were nice enough to give me a free version of the product so I could check it out myself. And you even did a little bit of a custom review of my URL, dustinhouse.com. So I'm really excited to see the results here today and share my folks here that are watching this. Let's start off with speaking who you guys are, what you guys do, and who you're servicing out there.
Sure. So I'm Jatin. I'm one of the co-founders of Speedy Brand. We are all of the co-founders. We have three co-founders: Jatin, Ayush, and Ranti. We are all AI engineers. We some AI stuff since the past 10 years at different companies like Apple, Microsoft, Salesforce. Ranti, for example, are working on Apple Glasses hand gesture recognition system that you will see. And Ayush has been working on the recommendation system of Nextdoor. And I previously have worked on detecting cancer from MRI images using AI. And now we have built, and now a Speedy Brand that will help you do your SEO for your website using AI. And we have the backing of Y Combinator and Google Ventures, who recently funded us in April.
Excellent. So you guys saw a gap in the industry that needed to be filled, and you guys took all of your past history and all your noble service, and then jumped right into this SEO value, making super excited. Yeah, let's get into some of these main features. I'm gonna have a screen share, and we can go through a little bit of a demo here.
Sure. Awesome. Thank you, Dustin. So here's the thing, guys. What you like, so what Speedy, what we are doing is we are helping give you the AI that is actually helpful, in the sense that a lot of folks I know have been using ChatGPT for writing their blogs. But the problem is that if you write a blog tag for, can you please write a blog for me? Returns a generic piece of content that could be from any other company in the world doing the same stuff. So the important personalization. So with Speedy, what we're doing is we are taking an AI model, like a GPT model, and training it over your company, your industry, and your competition, so that whatever content comes out, it already seamlessly talks about the products that you have on your website or the products you generally talk about, and it sounds like it is written by you. Second level is the SEO optimization. The entire content that is generated by Speedy goes to an SEO optimization engine. Um, Basically, even if you ask ChatGPT for, suggest me some AI keywords, suggest me some SEO keywords uh, for my ranking. The problem is most of the keywords are AI generated. They are not backed by any data, like how difficult it is for you to rank on that. How many people are even searching for those? So they flow seamlessly with the blog in terms of they're grammatically correct, but they're practically useless when it comes to SEO. So with Speedy, we are integrating all the keywords that actually matter for you, and putting it in every single block in the right places, so that problems like keyword stuffing, they don't happen. All right. Having said that, right into what we have here. When I signed up on Speedy, I simply what I did was I simply dustinhouse.com. Uh, uh, as a typical SEO consultant would do, they would go to your website, identify who your customer is, and then run some searches on Google, what your customer would be running on. Look at a bunch of topics that come up on Google, and then bring those topics back. Okay, these are some of the topics I can write for dustinhouse.com. Next, they run a competitive analysis, in the sense that what are the keywords that your competition is getting traffic for, and bring back those keywords as well. So now they have a bunch of topics and bunch of keywords, and that is the SEO strategy they come up with. So when I punched in the website in here, Speedy, it went to dustinhouse.com and it did exactly that. It identified the customer persona, did that search engine results page analysis, competitive analysis, and came up with SEO strategy to begin with.
Cool.
So here we see a bunch of topics, keywords, and some numbers. Um, by numbers, what we mean here, like this number in particular means how difficult it is for you to rank on Google for affiliate marketing Amazon in the US. So all of this data is specific for the country that you set in here, and the language is of course something you can customize as well. So the volume and keyword data, all of that is specific to the countries. Um, and volume here is essentially how many people search in the US for affiliate marketing Amazon in the past month. So this this is all good, but how do we use this data?
Hmm.
So along the way in the demo, I will share some techniques as well that will be helpful. Even if you don't if you use any AI, other AI or a bunch of tools together. But those techniques will be helpful for you anyway. So in order to use this data, what we if you're starting off picking a keyword which is of difficulty 80 and above. So basically, this is a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being the most difficult to rank on. So if you start with 80 and above, you'll most likely end up on Google's page number 10. And the problem is that's a lot of wasted effort in the beginning.
Yeah.
So why don't we first target the low-hanging keywords first? For example, these are 50 years ergonomics office chairs, and this is something at DustinHouse.com because Dustin uh, uh, some time back maybe spoken about. Um, we can start with this. So once we establish the domain authority with the easier keywords, Google starts trusting us. And when you do end up writing on a more competitive keyword, you have a much higher chance of ranking on page number one. Uh, but having said that, this is a general rule of thumb, general guideline. Don't be afraid of writing on hard keywords if they're very relevant for you. Even so, but generally, just try to keep focus on the easier ones first.
Okay.
So, Dustin, which one do you think we should go for? Um, the most relevant.
I would say probably the middle one there, the top 10 best affiliate marketing websites.
Okay, let's do that. It's got a decent volume. Any volume above 1,000 is volume in the US. So 4.4K is definitely good volume.
And that
Okay,
is 1,000 volume per month search visits, or right?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So this is the editor. This is a typical editor. You can choose a tone here. I'm choosing insightful because that's the most common, and just hit on generate blog. The rest of the stuff is optional. So there are tools that will help you further engineer the blog here. So, for example, additional info. If you and your teammates have been brainstorming some ideas this particular topic in a Google Doc, you can simply copy paste all of that information, push it in here, and when you click on generate blog or rewrite blog, Speedy will incorporate those ideas in the blog.
Cool.
Reference links is slightly more interesting. So, law firms and healthcare companies are also using Speedy, and they often have to write on research articles that came out in their domain. So what they do is they simply punch the link to that research article or journal in this reference links, and Speedy automatically incorporates all the relevant information to journals and puts it in a blog. But this is true for any blog on the internet, or any link on the internet for that matter. You can add your product links. If you come across a thought leadership blog that you really liked, that is relevant to you as well, you can simply punch that in here, and without plagiarizing the blog, Speedy will pick up the ideas that the blog discusses, and it will write a new blog around it. That is how you can further engineer the blogs using these tools. You see here basically certain stuff that was popping up before creating blog outline. It said analyzing top Google results. So here's what's happening. Even if your blog is written by the best writers in the world, it oftentimes has a hard time ranking on Google if it is very different from the top five results that already exist on Google. And
Hmm.
the reason is simple. If your blog is novel, very different ideas, and Google sees that, okay, I already have these top five articles that are helping my audience, and this new blog comes in that is very alien to me, uh, it has some trust issues. So that blog, if it is great, it will over time organically gain a fan following and make its way to the top 10. And no doubts about that. But to
Great.
make that journey easier, what we're doing is we are analyzing the top results, looking at what are the ideas that they are discussing, and
Hmm.
sprinkling some of those ideas in the blog. So there's little similarity, not much, but little similarity, so that it has a much easier path to page number. That's what it is doing right now. Besides that, this editor is very similar to Google Docs. Uh, just click on and like edit as uh, you know um, as you would in a Google Doc. It is already working on internal linking. For example, let's see if this one works. So it already talked about it to Dustin's page on 13 plus affiliate marketing courses. Uh,
Great.
so yeah, so, and internal linking is, as you guys know, critical for SEO.
I,
So
I love
that's
how you put an internal link for my first link too, as well, which is vital uh, to my SEO. Correct?
exactly. So this blog will be posted on dustinhouse.com, and internal linking to his other blogs is one of the top things that we should be doing for SEO.
Okay.
Awesome. So as you see, for the first section, it automatically generated an AI generated image. So you see, okay, are we done? Yeah, it's still creating some.
Okay.
It's going on section 7. So it already adds the alt text for the image as well. That is again very helpful for SEO.
Nice.
Um, and for every individual section, for example, okay, so this is what it's writing on Amazon Associates, CJ affiliate, and it's share a sale and all of that. But if like regenerate a particular section with some extra information, uh, click on the entire blog and simply like click on rewrite section here, add the necessary prompts or instructions, and just regenerate that particular section. So that's one thing. Let me see if the blog is okay. It's still getting generated. It's a long blog. So
What is it writing? How many words is this writing for you at this point?
so that generally depends on how much information is relevant for the audience. For example, if very niche topic and your website doesn't have a lot of information on it, it won't be adding fluff like ChatGPT does just to meet the word limit.
Okay.
Uh, so it basically tries to stick to the point because that's one of the number one problems people have with AI generated content. Uh, but if it's a well-researched article, it can go on to add more value content, and we'll see the word count that will appear once the blog is finished, right on the side panel here.
Mhm.
Uh, and, adding images, you have three ways to add. You can upload your own image. You can create using AI as well. Oh, it's still writing on. Uh, okay, it's done now. Okay, so going back here. So yeah, and you also have access to millions of stock images as well, which are fully licensed, and you don't have to worry about getting sued. So
Nice.
let me just add one here and add image. I'll just do the stock image for now. As you guys might know, that the stock images are like amazing for your SEO, or they add little value. Uh, if you like, oh, there all text is already included for everyone. But if you run out of like, if you're not getting a AI image or you don't have any image, then it doesn't do harm to include an image. Just looks pretty, so increases the readability. It eventually helps you with the SEO. All right, so it's almost like a 3,000 word a long blog,
Nice.
covering a lot of keywords around here. Let's see what's happening here. Uh, Dustin, is your website any of Shopify, WordPress, Webflow? any of that?
WordPress.
Oh, awesome. What you can do is you can simply connect your WordPress here, and if you hit your publish button here, the blog will be live in seconds on your website.
Goodness.
Yeah. And if your website is outside these integrations, you can simply export the blog in HTML, Word, CSV, dump it on your CMS, and be live that way. You can also copy the content or copy just the text for that matter.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's slug and meta description. Most of the times what happens is by default the urls that are created for your blogs, they are random numbers. The problem is Google doesn't like random numbers in url, and even if your blog is ranking, people find urls with random numbers as spammy, so they don't end up clicking on it. And over a period of time, if your blog isn't getting clicked on enough, Google will see that okay, it's not as helpful, and it will eventually down rank it.
Hmm.
So that's the reason we automatically create a very descriptive URL, which is liked by Google and the audience. Same story follows for meta description as well. If it's missing, eventually you'll be down. So that's also created. And finally, we have an X-ray vision into all the secondary keywords that went into this particular blog. This is more for the sake of transparency, like SEO nerds like me. But you can if you like these particular keywords, you can simply go back out here, uh, and you can create topics from keywords as well. If you have a list of well-researched keywords, you can add up to 1,000 keywords at one time. Create a new category, maybe Dustin's hot list, and what will happen is you'll have a tab like this that will be dedicated with topics only catering to those keywords primarily. So that's one thing you can do. Okay, let me go back to the blog here that we just created. Any
Right.
questions still here?
I mean, super impressive how fast this pounded out this article. And I love that you have the option to edit within this and then post it into your WordPress blog automatic. Because one of my biggest pet peeves with WordPress is like the formatting of like
Yeah,
transferring it from, your Word doc where you start out with everything. And then I have to go into WordPress and paste it. And then I've got to switch all the titles with H2, H3, and it's super. I love
I
like the
know.
ease of all of this.
Yes, I have myself went through that pain. So that was one of the top and early features that we had in that thing.
Hmm.
You can do similar stuff for your social media as well, like if you wish to like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Same way you can like click on generate posts. It will automatically pull in the hashtags that are high traffic and are relevant to this particular post.
Interesting.
Um, and you can like connect your socials as well and post all of those socials from within the Speedy dashboard. Um, like a few seconds, we can come back to this. We can like do this for Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. The important part is that the hashtags that is that are trending on Facebook might not be the same as those trending on Instagram. So that is very like uh, 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 pull in.
Hmm.
So right now, this is the way like you can edit the link to your blog here. You can add a image as well. Let's again, this was for the affiliate marketing. So let me just add that. Affiliate. Okay. Did I spell that right? Yeah. Okay. So this one is a stock. So let's just pick this one. But I think AI generated images are better. It takes 10 to 20 seconds. So that's stuck with stock images.
Okay.
And yeah, like you can just hit publish, and yeah, you're done. This is your Facebook post.
And when you're adding the image from
Mhm.
AI generate,
Yeah.
you uh, can you talk through like what you want here?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's say affiliate marketing. Yeah, you can like as you would prompt ChatGPT. So yeah, what should I
How,
say?
uh, uh, what if it has a picture of me holding a? Can I get something silly like that?
Okay, holding. Or let's try that.
Okay.
Generate. Um, I should have said by a guy holding a sword. But let's see.
Okay. Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Really quick movement by this AI generating the topic. Um, I would assume you would. Oh, fantastic! Love it. Um,
Okay.
I would assume you would suggest to the audience that for the blog post, you don't just use the AI generated content. You need to uh, manually add it or the article for a humanistic touch, right?
So here's the thing, Dustin. The worst thing you can do is, as you mentioned, just churn out AI generated,
Yeah.
right? That's not going to rank because that's just generic. Second thing you can do is add personalization to it. That's what Speedy does. Uh, training on your website and your competitors and other industry folks. Third thing is doing the SEO optimization in the correct way. And the fourth thing is designing your SEO strategy with data-driven techniques. Like one of that we already spoke about, like how we can first target the easy keywords first and then move on to harder ones. But that's the reason we have kept the to your of adding the personal touch. That's why we have additional info here. It sure for sure will reward you. Like um, um, more generic than yours. Um,
Mhm.
but with Speedy, we have designed it in such a way that you have to do minimal effort there.
Okay.
It's a good to have, not a must have. That way, like if your website, so basically it's trained on your website. So if your website is already having a lot of domain knowledge, it already is incorporating all your ideas as long as you're updating your websites regularly. But if not the case, you can always add more your insights in here.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, so we already spoke about the personalization, SEO optimization, editing part, putting out the content, and I wanted to talk more about the data-driven strategy. So we talked about this. Now let's add some competitors here. So
Okay.
Dustin, could you shoot me a couple of websites that I can add?
Oh, sure thing. Like, how about adamandtroy.com?
Adam, oh, let me just Google that. Adam and Lloyd. Okay.
Enfroy, Enfoy. Yeah,
Boy
there we go.
and Troy. Okay. Where's this website? Okay. Let's add that. Um, we can add as many as we want, but like one or two more would be good.
Uh, sh- let's add another friend of mine,
Mhm.
ryrob.com.
Okay. Right. Okay. I'll just Google it so that. Okay. Great. That's correct. Um, okay. Let me just do that
No,
for you.
no E in there. No E in there. RY.
Okay. Ah,
There we
that's
go.
better. Okay, let me add that as well. So here you can add your competitors. So the idea here is, guys, that um, a lot of times, if when we're running our blog or our Shopify websites, we don't have as big a marketing team, or we just don't have the bandwidth to do the keyword research we need to do for ranking on the first page. So this is one way you can leverage the keyword research that your competition is doing. So basically, what we are doing here is like Speedy is going on to these websites, looking at the keywords that is driving traffic towards these websites, and then what will happen is it will suggest topics around those keywords. Uh, you can because your competition is getting traffic for some keywords which are low hanging fruits in terms of their low difficulty and high volume. We should be getting traffic for that as well. So that way you can keep at the table for your competitors and eventually outrank them by adding your competitor's website.
Hmm.
So right now, Speedy is going out there and looking at those websites, analyzing, and it will take a minute before it happens. So before we do, um, uh, while that happens, let's talk more about trending topics, and we'll come back to the competitors one. Okay, Here's the thing about trending topics. By definition, if a Google, if a search keyword, if the searches for those keywords spikes up by 50% or more in the past 24 hours,
Hmm.
Google classifies that as a trending topic.
Ah,
The special thing about trending topics is Google wants to show up-to-date information when something is trending because it thinks things are changing fast in that field. That's why people are searching for it so frantically. And the good thing is, if your content is fresh and it is relevant, of course, you will have a much easier chance of ranking on page number one. And just to quote you a case study here, uh, for Speedy customers, they got 900% more impressions within 4 weeks of using Speedy just by writing on trending topics. Now, it's a thing that they were in an industry that had a lot of trending topics. So let's Speedy is doing. Speedy found out about justinhouse.com.
okay.
So if I go here, so from the website, it tracked affiliate marketing, consultant revenue, and free services. And we can get rid of these keywords as well, which are not as relevant. But as founder, business owner, um, we might have a lot of insight into what could be trending in the coming months. So you can always add more keywords here. And whenever anything is trending, you get an email from Speedy that, okay, this is trending now, you can write on it. And you can get the impressions for those not next, like months later, but this week and next week. Um, and it won't matter even if your competitor's website has a much bigger domain authority and they've been doing it for a long time. If they have written on the same content, you will most likely outrank them just because you are fresher,
Okay.
because it works. So that's the power of trending topics. Let's go back to competitors here. Okay, so adamandfroy.com is writing a lot on work from home jobs. The
Hmm.
difficulties is moderately difficult, but not too difficult. The volume is insane, like 550K.
For sure.
This is like half a million, like a lot. And like Adam and Froy also writes on affiliate marketing. That's like, of course, max, and the volume is pretty high. But you can all like sort on based on volume. Here. For
Hmm.
example, here you go. Rarock.com is writing on best CRM for small businesses. Decent traffic, decent difficulty, uh, and you can like as you load more topics. So right, this is like behind the like, but you can go through all the lists, and it will also show you the rationale that this title is relevant as it offers CRM recommendations for small business affiliate programs, which is a topic that would interest the Dustin House target audience, and where it got it, the keyword. All right, all that is, we wrote on trending topics, we wrote on competitors, but all of that is our competitors is also doing, might also be doing the keyword research and everything. There's something that only you and you own. That is your Google Search Console data.
Mhm.
Basically, if people who don't know about Google Search Console is, it's a snapshot of how Google looks at you in the sense that how many people, um, like what people are searching, who are your audience, and where are you ranking on those searches. So right, since I don't have the Google Search Console credentials for Dustin, I can show it from like a company here that I have a dashboard for. So once you connect your Google Search Console, uh, this is when you go to the analytics section. This is what it will look like. Now, this is a snapshot of the overall health of your website in terms of how many URLs you have, number of clicks, impressions, and all of that. And these are numbers for the individual websites for your website.
Okay.
Uh, monitor your health over time. But guys, this is good for monitoring the health of the website over time. But what we are interested in is more leads and more sales. So let's switch to the queries tab here. So with queries tab, we will have information into what I was talking about, that what customers are searching for and where are we landing. For example, this particular company, they are selling something called A Tech Bots. For that, they rank on page number one and position number five. And sort this on the here on like for which position, for which queries we are landing on page number 1, 2, and 10. And you can like of course the data as well, monthly data. But here's the thing, that's a lot of data. And I also like oftentimes we end up dealing with a lot of data but with no action and insight. So what can we do
Okay.
here? So for some queries, guys, we will be landing on page number 10, for some on page number 2, 3, 4, right?
Okay.
It takes much more effort to come from page number 10 to page number 1 than from page number 2, 3, 4 to page number 1. So why do we focus on those low-hanging keywords first? Write some content around those keywords, push ourselves to page number 1, and get that spike that anyone gets when they land on page number 1. And then we can always keep working on the page number 10 stuff. So as I said, like sort on the page number, then identify the keywords you are on page number 2, 3, 4, and then go to your dashboard here, create topics from keywords as well. But that is what the Google recommended tab does. It automatically fetches all, this is on the dashboard by the way, uh, keywords for which the website is ranking on page number 2, 3, 4, and then you can just go nuts on it and improve your rankings for those low hanging fruits.
Hmm.
Okay, so that was all the data driven techniques that you can use with Speedy. And there are a bunch of other stuff as well. You can have backlinks here. So these are all the low hanging fruits backlinks. For example, business.google.com. A lot. This is very easy to have. You can just create an account and set. And it's a legit backlink. So if you're just starting out, just go after these. You can also keep a tab on your competitors. You know, uh, where are they getting backlinks from? For example, uh, Adam
Oh.
and Roy has a HubSpot blog. That's great. Qualtrics and all of that. So just who don't know about backlinks, what backlinks means is if anyone else is mentioning your website on the internet on their own website, that means that it's a backlink that you got. And the reason it's important is that just uh, Google know that okay, this website is a trustworthy website because the other trustworthy websites are mentioning it, and that's what builds your domain authority and trust factor. It helps you further down the lane as an easy path to page number 1
For sure.
for the future
And
content.
so what I'm gathering is your tool has a lot of aspects of Ahrefs or SEMrush, and it's much more actionable. Like I don't have to filter through all this data. Like you're telling me
Yes,
exactly what to do in this place. For example, like these are the places you need to get this easy backlinks. I love that feature.
exactly. That's you got to bang on. Person. That's exactly what we're doing. Not everyone is an SEO expert or have the time to be an SEO expert, right? They want to focus on their business. So a lot of these tools are created for SEO nerds like me, but with little actionable insights, and that's what we're bringing together with Speedy. Um, so, and this is like you can like all the links that you already have. Um, Besides that, you can also create a Google ad campaign
Oh.
by like it will give you all ad copies. We are moving really fast. We talk to our customers on a regular basis, and that's why we are integrating other ad features as well. For example, Facebook ads
Mhm.
campaigns with multiple copies, with image support, and all of that. That's coming up. And you can run site audits as well. So you can just enter any web page of your website or just your main website, and this will give you a technical SEO analysis of how fast it is loading and what's the
Ah,
overall technical SEO score. Um, and any broken links that are found, you can fix right away. So all those little hygiene, it doesn't take a lot of time, but gives great returns. So uh, uh, I'm sure like if we want to go into the pricing here, Justin, but these are all the helpful techniques that help with your SEO.
absolutely. Before we get into the pricing, and I do want to talk about that, but the for best practices, do you suggest that you create a blog post and then you run some ads to it on a cheap basis? Is that going to help my overall SEO value in the long run?
So ads are like a tap. That you pay for the time they are running, and as soon as you close, stop getting any return. It's the next step, I would say. And if means for it, like if you have the money to spend, definitely go for it. We all like the whole purpose of spread awareness about
Hmm.
stuff about
Hmm.
our blogs. But one one of the ways you can do that is like just posting on your own social media about your blogs, like the
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram. That's one way. And if you can run the ads on that as well, why not?
Okay. Gotcha. I guess I've always thought if you're paying Google money, even if it's media like a $5 a day kind of situation, they're going to favor your site organically in the long run. But maybe that's just theory, uh, and not reality. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
Ads are like just, yeah, different territory than organic traffic. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So talk about that price. What's it cost for a small business like me to go in and use all these really cool features?
Sure. So we have kept the pricing very friendly because that's also based upon feedback. So our monthly pricing is 69.99 a month. It's month to month, cancel anytime.
Wow.
And the annual pricing is on the annual package you save 30%. Uh, we have seen like um, agency interests. For example, a lot of SEO agencies are also using Speedy
Sure.
across the world. For them, we have a custom pricing model, and you can add multiple businesses in here in the single dashboard. And as for the support goes, it's us behind this chatbot here. Uh, we are always ready to any of our customers and users. This is not you won't get an AI generated answer from here. uh, I know we are an AI company, but we want to talk real with the people, and we want them to talk to real people. And once you sign up, we also keep an onboarding session as well, where customize advice to the particular website. But yeah, with this particular session, I hope you people will be able to take away some actionable insights on what to do with your SEO, no matter what AI tool you end up using.
Yeah, fantastic. That's a super affordable price, especially with me bootstrapping my business, and I need the help. It's much cheaper than Ahrefs, SEMrush, and arguably better in functionality that that is useful to people that are not SEO savvy like you. And how about an affiliate program? You guys have one of those?
Yes, we do. And we love to hear back from you. In fact, when an a page dedicated, uh, um, uh, just send us a message, and we'll love to hop on a call with you guys.
Fantastic. This has been great. John, really appreciate your time and helping educate the folks here that are listening and telling us about your cool tool. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Dustin, for having me, and I'm glad to help.
All right. Take care, folks. We'll see you out there.